The price of hibiki 12 went from £167 in May to £288 in June. Not many investments do that. In this video, we're going to tell you how to invest in whiskey, which might sound crazy because you think whiskey's for drinking, but whiskey is a liquid asset. And not only are we going to tell you how to invest in whiskey, we're going to give away a free bottle of hibiki 12. So make sure you watch until the end of the video and we'll tell you how to enter to win this amazing bottle for free. Hibiki 12 went from selling for £50 to £365 today. And that would have been a good investment. Whiskey can be a sound investment. Rare Whiskey 101 puts together the Apex 1000. The Apex 1000 are the 1,000 highest selling whiskeys in the world at any given time. Over the last 4 years, the Apex 1000 has gone up by 122%. In that same time, the FTSE 100 has gone up by 16%, and the cost of gold has only increased by 4%. In those 4 years, you could have made some much better returns if you were investing in your whiskey. Where do you start? The easiest transition into the world of whiskey investment is probably to be buying direct from a distillery. When a distillery puts out a limited edition bottle, that's what you're looking for. There's always a lot of demand anytime a distillery puts out a limited edition. And to service that demand, distilleries will have a waiting list. And you sign up for the waiting list, and if you're chosen, they will give you the amazing opportunity to take your money. Isn't that great? So you buy a limited edition bottle, and that's really cool. You might actually just want to drink it because that's a great bottle, and it's probably going to be something that's unique and different from anything else in their core range. But you could also sell that bottle to someone who missed out on the waiting list. So you could sell it straight away, or you could sit on it for a while. And those limited editions over time are going to increase in value. When you've got a lot of bottles that you're buying yourself, you want to think about the way you store them. All you need to do is store them upright and make sure they're not in direct sunlight. You also don't want to have them in somewhere where you've got radical temperature fluctuations. But if you've got it in your living room and your living room cabinet is away from a window, you're fine. So a great way to start your whiskey investment is to try to buy limited editions from distilleries just going on the waiting list. The next way to invest is with a whiskey broker, so someone like ASO or Rare Whiskey 101. If you're looking to start investing through a broker, you're probably going to have a little bit more money to put out because you'll be buying bottles that are already rare and already in demand. So these are bottles that might be selling for, I don't know, last year, Rare Whiskey 101 sold a 50-year-old Glenlivet for £18,000. So that could still be increasing in value, and it could be a great investment, but that's a lot of cash to lay out. So if you have more money to invest, a broker might be a good way to do it. But whiskey brokers are not regulated, at least not in the UK. So if you're going to a whiskey broker or a collector, make sure you really trust them and you know who they are. Look for recommendations, look them up online, because if you're putting out that kind of money, you don't want to be going to an unscrupulous broker.
The real question is this: was all this legal? Absolutely fucking not. But we were making more money than we knew what to do with.
So brokers are on the extreme end. That's going to be a lot more expensive. If you want to invest with a little bit less capital, a platform could be a really cool way to get into the whiskey investment area. Rather than buy a bottle or a cask, you can buy whiskey as it matures. For example, Whiskey Invest Direct deals in liters of pure alcohol units and charges 1.75% commission on all trades. Investors select a distillery listed on the platform, and their investment matures in the cask. At least 3 years. Then, the cask is sold to one of the big whiskey brands who sell it on the open market. You as an investor get a share of any profits. So it's a good way to get that whiskey investment without having to worry about import fees, duties, or actually keeping hold of any of the bottles. Your next option to invest in whiskey is through a fund or a share. There actually aren't any whiskey funds in the UK, but there's one in Hong Kong. It's had some pretty good returns over the years. But before you jump out and put all your money into a whiskey fund, that particular fund in Hong Kong has a minimum buy-in of £250,000. So if you want to invest in that, you definitely have to have a lot of cash. Believe it or not, I'm not a financial advisor. So don't go rushing out investing in whiskey just because I said you could. I'm not giving you permission. I'm saying that it is an option. And just like any option where you might make money, you might also lose money. And Rare Whiskeys 101, in addition to tracking all the whiskeys that have been increasing in value, also tracks the whiskeys that have been decreasing in value. And as you can see here, if you back the wrong bottle or the wrong brand, you could definitely lose your money, which isn't what anyone wants. One thing that you could do is enter into our competition with Dream Whiskies and win a bottle of Hibiki 12 for free. There's definitely no downside to that. All you need to do is click the link that's down in our description. To enter the competition, you can subscribe to Dream Whiskey's newsletter, you can tweet about the competition, you can put it on Facebook, you can subscribe to our channel. There are lots of different ways that you can enter to win a Hibiki 12. And actually, I'd be really curious to know if you leave a comment down below, if you are lucky enough to win the Hibiki, would you drink it or would you sit on it and see if it increases in value even more? Hope you enjoyed this video and you got some cool ideas about how you might be able to invest in whiskey, other than, just drinking it and enjoying yourself, which is probably what I would do. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video and remember to subscribe to our channel. We do new whiskey videos every week.